Hey guys, Jaden Shields here. Shields Hockey Services. I'm just in the car driving and I had some thoughts pop into my head. Just about, the mental side of the game and the mental side of every single day and how you can approach it and how you can, really set yourself up for success. And everything that I can think of, it always results back to my habits and my routine. And am I following my habits or am I letting myself slip? If you're kind of, consistent within your habits and you're consistent within your preparation and your planning, then there's no real shock to your system, to your brain, to, ultimately throw things off and put a wrench in your day. The more that you can stay consistent within, your sleep routine, your habits, your nutrition, your preparation, your recovery, all of this stuff, it's just ultimately going to make you a better player and almost relieve stress off of your body. When you sit there and you're able to feel a sense of relaxation and a sense of fulfillment within doing the right things to make you successful, that's when you continue to build confidence and you're able to take steps within your development. Another little thought I had when I was sitting here was, why do we psych ourselves out? Why do we get so nervous about the future, about our play, about the game, about making mistakes, about letting my teammates down, letting my coaches down, letting my family down, letting myself down? And the thing that I think keeps happening to myself, even when I have these thoughts, or to some of my clients that I mentor, is we have a sense of fear. We have a sense of fear that we're gonna get judged, or we're gonna look bad, or we're gonna let people down, or we're gonna be a failure. And this sense of self-doubt the entire time inside of our brain is ultimately setting us up for failure and allowing us to believe that we might not be able to execute, or we might not be able to be successful. When we're putting in all of the work and we're doing all of these things that we're supposed to do, the working out, the shooting pucks, the rolling out, the journaling, all of this stuff, right? But then we still have this block. There's a roadblock, a speed bump. And this speed bump is fear of judgment and fear of embarrassment. Once we can unlock this fear of people are going to think I'm a bad player, people are going to think I'm not very good, then that's when we almost let ourselves off the hook for mistakes. We look at mistakes more as a whoops or an oops. When we let the mistakes kind of sit around and we put judgment on the mistakes, we ultimately think everyone is thinking that way, where that's just not reality. Majority of the time, if not all the time, players and people are more concerned about themselves than they are about other people's mistakes. We place so much judgment on our own mistakes and our own mess ups that ultimately we get this mistake loop and we get this constant pressure in our head to not make mistakes, where mistakes are going to be made. That is human nature, whether we're an athlete or we're not, mistakes are going to get made in everyday life. You spill your coffee in the morning. You didn't mean to spill your coffee. It was a mistake. Now, are you going to let that morning spill ruin your entire day? Or are you going to say whoops and kind of move on from it? When there's no one watching, that's the easiest time to not put judgment on our mistakes. When we're training in the dark, when there's no one watching, that's when we're not really concerned about what other people think of us. But at the end of the day, we have to have that same mindset and that same attitude all the time, thinking that we don't really care what people think of us. We don't really care what people have to say. We just know that we're going to move on and we're exactly where our 2 feet should be. Mistakes are simply whoops and oops. They don't deserve power. They don't deserve judgment. What deserves power and judgment is making nice plays and doing the right things and staying disciplined to yourself and your habits. That's what's going to ultimately separate the good players from the great players. And the great players, they don't let the mental side of the game eat away at their performance. Instead, they let that mental side of the game fuel them. I know I kind of just went on a bit of a ramble there, but there was just some car ride thoughts that I had today, and I thought that I would share them with whoever wants to hear them or needs a little bit of a pick me up or just a little feel good for the day. So I guess the main message here is turn fear into fuel and turn mistakes into whoops and oopsie. Don't provide them any power. Don't provide them no judgment. Our mind is like the Planet Fitness zone, where it's lunk free, and we're not trying to place any judgment. It's a judgment free zone where we can place judgment on the positives and the great sets, the great reps, the great games. We want to acknowledge the bad, but then move on from it. And don't place any judgment on it. That's my message for today. I hope you enjoy and have a great day. Today's a great day to get better and to take steps and to separate yourself from the competition. So don't take a day off. Improve today. We'll see you guys soon.